Hello guys, welcome back. So now in this tutorial, we will create another custom object called as candidate. So we have created an object to keep track of the positions that are open in our company. So this position object will keep track of information about the position. Now we wanted to go ahead and create a object which will keep track of the candidate who will be applying to those positions. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a candidate object, and this candidate object will have fields like first name, last name, phone number, email, street address of the candidate. We also wanted to know about his how many years of experience does he have, so we'll create fields related to that years of experience. And then we will also go ahead and create a field to capture his SSN, his what kind of education he has. We'll ask him a couple of questions: if he's currently employed, if he's a US citizen, does he need any visa, so things of that nature. So that is basically the information that we are going to capture for the candidate. So now what we are going to do is we already have a position object which keep tracks of the positions that are available in your company. Some of them are open, some of them are closed, some of them are in approval status, or things of that nature, right? So this will have information about the position. Now we are creating another object, or we can say a table, to store the candidate information. And then the next thing would be we need to understand which candidate is applying for which position. And also we wanted to know that, okay, how many candidates have applied to a particular position. So there needs to be a connection between the two, and that we will talk about later, how to make that connection between these two objects. So now let's go ahead and create the candidate object. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the object manager and we'll create our candidate object. So let's go over to login.salesforce.com, and then here we're going to enter a username and password, and then we'll hit the login button. Now we're going to go ahead and create a object for the candidate. So far what we have done is, if you go here and if you look at the recruiting application, I'm going to open it in a new tab. Currently the recruiting application have these tabs. We created a custom object called position. We haven't entered much information or any records other than this Salesforce developer. So now we're going to go ahead and create another object here. You can also create an object through the Schema Builder as well, but we will stick to this object manager, and we are going to create another custom object. So I'll click on this create custom object, and then the name for the object would be candidate. The plural label would be candidates. Does it starts with a vowel sound? No. The object API name is going to be this. And here, now this time we're going to choose a auto number instead of the text data type. So here I'm going to say candidate ID. And when you do an auto number, what will happen is anytime you enter a new candidate, automatically this ID will be auto incremented. So we wanted to start with this format, and we're going to go ahead and display like this. And then the starting number can be 1 or whatever you want to give it. So I'm going to start number with 1. I wanted to allow reports, activities, field history tracking, etc. These optional features. And then the object classification. So I'm leaving these as default. So all of these are already selected. And then I also want to create a custom tab for this candidate object. So if I wanted to go ahead and look at the candidate records, I can go to the candidate tab and just click on it. So once I select the tab option, it will ask me to choose a style. So candidate basically represents people, right? So I'm going to go ahead and choose people from here and hit the next. And where do you want, or which all profiles you want the visibility to this tab? So currently all the profiles have the default on access. So I'm going to leave it as it is, hit the next button. And then I only want to include this tab for my recruiting application. So I'm just going to select recruiting application and then hit the save button. So I've created my candidate object now. So if you go here and if you refresh it, you will see the candidate object has also been added, the tab has also been added. And if you click here, if you go ahead and click on new, it has nothing to ask you, but once you hit the save, it will give you the candidate ID automatically. This is the format that we chose. We chose C-000, and then the starting number was 1. So automatically when you created a record, it gave the candidate ID of 1. Similarly, if I create another candidate and just hit the save, because there are no other fields that are available on the candidate object besides the system field and then this record name field. So this candidate has automatically received an ID of 002. So that's an auto incremented we have chosen. So that's why anytime you enter a new contact, this ID will automatically be incremented. So let's say we want to move this candidate after this position. So we want to keep reports and dashboards towards the end. So what do I need to do? You have to go back to your app manager, because now you're going to change the order of the items in your app. So you're going to go to the app manager and you're going to type in click on this app manager and select the app that you want to edit. So I wanted to edit my recruiting application. So I'm going to go ahead and type in recruiting and it'll highlight that for me, and then hit the edit button next to it. So I'm going to click on edit. And then what will it do is it is going to edit this recruiting application. And then here, navigation items, I wanted to keep the candidates above the report. So I'm going to just go ahead and move it and then hit the save button. So now once you go back and refresh it, you will see the candidate has moved up here. Now, if you want to see the fields, you will currently see that there are system fields that are already been automatically gets added. Every time you create an object, those fields are created by, last modified by, and the owner. And this is the record name field, the name field that got created, which is an auto number. So now what we're going to do is, in the next tutorial, we will go ahead and start adding these fields that are there related to the candidate. One more thing I want to tell you is you can also add or create an object using the Schema Builder. So here, if you go over to the Schema Builder, you will see there is if you go under the elements, there is a option to select the object. So what you go and do is you drop this object over here. You give information, pretty much the same amount of information when you are creating the object using the object manager. We will try to create one or more objects using the Schema Builder in the later tutorial, but I just wanted to give you a quick heads up that you can create an object as well through the Schema Builder. Just like we have added fields through the Schema Builder, you can also create object using the Schema Builder. So now we have created a candidate object, and these are some of the fields that the candidate object has currently, but we're going to go ahead and add another set of fields in the next tutorial. So I will see you then. Thank you.